Is there any connection between the thoughts or emotions and our energy system? How does sweetness of emotion like love, devotion impact the life energies in the system?
How does? Sorry?
How does emotion like love, devotion impact the life energies in a system?
Oh. So there are two approaches to this. If you are planning to participate, let's say you want to race, let's say a car race or a motorcycle race, you have a machine and yourself, you want to race. Now what you do is, first thing is, you prepare the machine so that on the grid, you are at least one of the best machines parked there. Because otherwise there's no point, it doesn't matter how good a driver you are not going anywhere. So preparing the machine becomes very important. Then of course driving. Another way is you're just going to your office. Your machine, that kind of machine, but you drive carefully and get to the office, your purpose is fulfilled. You don't need that kind of a machine. You don't need that kind of a machine which will perform at that level. You just have to drive carefully, don't hit anybody, get to the office and come back home. You know one wheel is little like this, so you drive carefully, not hurting that wheel. Yes, lot of people are doing such things. So it depends on the purpose for which you're using this. So here, if you want to look at this as yourself and the machine, you want to keep this at a certain level of performance on all levels of life, then first thing is to prepare your energy system so that it can take any kind of beating. It's most important that you prepare your energies in such a way, whatever havoc happens, it is fine, it doesn't get jangled. I used to do this test for some people, we have given up such things these days. Surprises, in the sense, way back we did these things. You're walking, somebody comes and, makes a loud noise next to you, or creates some situation where something passes very close to you, or in yoga, there's a classic example of throwing a rope and saying snake. So when this happens, how much your energies will jangle will tell you how stable your energy system is. When you're surprised, when you're not prepared for something, how does your system respond to it? Or is it a violent reaction, or does it respond in a certain way? There's a beautiful story. Can I tell you a story? Yes. Sunday evening, don't fall asleep, okay? There was a spiritual movement which was in central India at one time, a very intense movement. A guru with a few hundred monks, and people started going there to the center. They lived in the forest, but everybody went there. Those days, spiritual movements did not have to go fundraising because the kings always supported. When they saw somebody's doing something spiritually oriented, they were funded and never asked how they run their business because it was understood, it was done with utmost integrity. So, some of the ministers who were in the court were little upset with this particular movement where the Guru had developed his monks in such a way that they are very proud, strong people. They do not bow down to the ministers and the courtiers, they do their own thing. When you do your own thing, lots of trouble, you should ask me. So, these people thought, these guys taking money from us, but they don't listen to us, they do their own thing. At different points in the growth of Isha, people have offered help conditionally, and we've always refused it, for which we made lots of enemies, simply because we did not take their help. We refused because it was conditional. See, so many people, wonderful people have donated so much money to make this happen. We've not written anybody's name anywhere. I said, I will not write your name, nor will I write my name on anything. In this place, which is considered sacred, no. Tomorrow somewhere if you build a hospital or something, maybe we'll write your name. But in a spiritual place, we are not going to write your name. But in spite of that, wonderful people donated. All others were upset that if we donate, can we… See, I'm drawing every creature out here. Okay. Okay. Whatever the bird does, you must pardon him, okay? That's what he knows. Okay. So the ministers tried to poke the king. These guys take money from us, they're not listening to us, like this, they're so arrogant. So the king asked, have they done anything wrong? They tried to find this and that, they didn't find anything wrong. But they said, that's not the point. They don't look like spiritual people, they look strong, they look well-fed and they're proud of themselves. This is not spirituality. Spirituality means they must clink around all the time, slinking around like that. That is our understanding of spirituality. These guys looking like soldiers. So, the king said, okay, let me talk to the Guru. And he called the Guru. So, king told him the problem, that this is the problem I have. Ministers are telling me we should stop all funding to you because you guys don't look like yogis. You're walking like that, upright. You must walk like this in front of people who've given you money. So the king asked, see, I don't understand any of these things, but I'm asking you sincerely, is there some spiritual work happening there or not? The Guru said, I don't want to say anything, because such a question has come up in your mind, I don't want to say anything, but you experiment. Let us check them out, whether spirituality is happening or not. Let's do one thing, you come with me. So, king put on a disguise so that he is not recognized. The king and the Guru, it was peak summertime, so generally it was the habit for people to sleep outside their homes, in their gardens. So they went to the minister's house. And the Guru took a pail of water and threw it. He was fast asleep on his bed and threw it on his face. The guy got up screaming and shouting and, abusing mothers, sisters, everybody of whoever dropped this water on him. And from there they left quietly. And the other person who was a chief counselor, they went to his house. He was also sleeping outside. And he was sleeping with his wife next to him. And they went and threw water on him. He got up and started beating her. In his mind, the most nasty things can only be done by the wife. He started beating her and abusing her. Then the Guru said, "You come." And he took him to his ashram, where there also all these monks were sleeping outside. So they went and put some water on one guy, he got up, Shiva! They put water on another guy, Shambho! So the Guru said, this is the difference. Now, none of these people are conscious, they're fast asleep. When you put water, how they respond cannot be a cultivated response, can't be a pretentious response. It just happens. So, this is the simple way. So, those checks we are not doing on you these days because we have a thermometer with which we are checking you anyway. Yes we don't do such crude checks anymore, we just… there was a thermometer means earlier thermometers used to be rectal thermometer, you had to undress to check your temperature. Then the thermometer became, you had to open your mouth and put it inside. Then they started doing armpit. Now, so technology improving. Like that only, we have set up other kinds of checks for you, which we shouldn't tell you because you may pretend. If you have temperature and you want to fly, if you had a way of controlling your temperature or put some cold water upon yourself, eat an ice cream. We did that when we were going to school, I'm telling you these technologies. We went and they want to, I said, I'm feeling feverish, today I don't want to go because there's a cricket match in the afternoon somewhere, the local area. If I go to school, I won't be able to attend. So, I'm feeling temperature, feverish. I come here, thermometer because my father is a doctor. So, go into the bathroom, take hot water, gurgle that and come So, there are ways to get temperature, there are ways to put down temperature, okay? Don't do this now, you're endangering others' lives So, if you are building yourself up in such a way that you want to be in such a state, life and death you can handle effortlessly. If that is your intent, then the only way to work is to stabilize the energy, to enhance the energy system, and being joyful, being loving, it is not even an intent, it will naturally happen because, see, right now your machine is really good, speed is not even an intent, even without you knowing, it'll happen. This happened we're planning to go once again in the month of October to Aggo Bay. King cobra eggs will hatch, this time we are thinking of going and seeing. So we were in that region, a few motorcycles and about maybe 12-15 motorcycles and about 3-4 cars and one particular van, which was not of an Indian make, which came from outside, American vehicle, which was carrying some spares and tools and everything. We were on some long rides. I'm talking when I was, I don't know, 21, 22, when every day I'm trying to die and it didn't happen. That's the kind of riding we're doing So, this particular van is being driven by some local driver. So they instructed him, you stick to… because it's a maintenance van, it has tools and spares and everything, we want him to be around us. Those days our motorcycles, max it will hit is 140, 145, that's it. But these are mountain roads, that is a lot of speed. And we don't go any faster because our machines are that kind it's not like today. So they instruct him, just stay… maximum you do is 100 kilometers per hour, 100. When you say in Kannada, you say, hey, noor mele hogbaddu kano, nooru, ashte, nooru. And we try to catch up with this guy is gone, this van. Then ultimately in the mountain roads, we catch up with him and say, you idiot, we told you 100. He says, I'm doing only 100. He's doing 100 miles per hour. So when the machine is good, speed is a natural expression. Similarly, if your energies are good, to be joyful, to be blissful, to be loving, to be sensitive is just a natural outcome. But you're just an office goer. You need just a car which goes to office, comes back home. You want to just maintain your official situation and your domestic situation. For this, you don't want to put in so much work to create that kind of an energy system which will be in a different state, because that'll take a lot of work. So for you, if you are like that, I don't want you to be like that, but if you are like that, then we will tell you, please practice love, practice smile, be joyful, be nice to people, all this rubbish. You don't go and tell a mango tree, please make the fruit sweet. You don't say such things, it's nature. That's how, if you enhance your energetic system to a certain level of possibility, to be pleasant, to be at its peak, to be sensitive, to be sharp is natural. Otherwise, you're trying to be. Well, this happened in Texas, in the Texas University. There are football players in the university who don't have to really study. They'll get through because they are heroes in the university, because they are playing game and there's a certain draw for them. So the coach took the top quarterback in the team and pleaded with the dean that, this guy is a star in the team. You can't put him through the regular examination. We will just do, oral exam, YYOC. No writing because he doesn't know how to write. He just throws the ball. Nothing wrong with that. So the dean agreed and then they sat for a test. So the professor asked him, how much is 7 times 7? He said, I think it could be 49. The coach jumped up and said, please give him another chance, please give him another chance. This is happening in life. They are supposed to be your loved ones. You behave so nasty and say, please give another chance, please, I'll be loving tomorrow. Because what should be an intrinsic nature is being practiced. Practicing is very hard. But those who are not willing to do the necessary work, they can only practice life. Maybe in the next life they will be better. So that is why so many varieties of offerings, so that something will knock them. So should I do love practice, devotion practice? No. If your energies are all inclusive, to be loving and to be in absolute sense of devotion and blissfulness is very natural for you. That's the way life should be. That's the way every other life is. They are what they are. But a human being has come like this because the possibilities are big. Because the possibilities are big, work needs to be done. If the possibility was small, eat, sleep, reproduce, die, if this was the possibility, only possibility, then no work to be done. This is the beauty of the animals. They don't have to work hard to be who they are. A tiger He's not working hard to be a good tiger, just eat well, that's it. All creatures are like this. Just enough nourishment, good elephant, good tiger happens by itself. That is because they are living within the parameters, two lines that the nature has drawn. But the very nature of a human being is, we don't want to live among lines, we want to go beyond. If such a longing is there, then you must invest time and energy and focus. Sadhguru, I'm… at least 5 times a month I'm doing Sadhguru, but five times a month, 30 times a month is not enough. What is needed is moment-to-moment attention as to what this is about. Nitya nitya vicharam must go on endlessly. Then it will transform itself. One person may take that much time, another person may take little less time or more time. This is karmic. You can't help that, it's like that. You look at somebody and think, why are they able to be wonderful within a few months of practice, why am I like this? That's how it is, that you cannot alter. You can only change it by changing the foundations of how this is grown. You know, we are coming out with a book called Karma Sutras. It's gone to the publisher already and because 2020 is a little because of that, they're launching it in the beginning of 2021. But Karma Sutras are about this, how to change the fundamental software of who you are. How to do that? So do I have to learn all that? No, that's why we've taught you simple practices where you learn to distance yourself. Transforming it is a different kind of work. Distancing it is simple. You keep it little away, suddenly there's not so much of a problem. I think there's been a lot of reaction about this. About 2 or 3 days ago, there was a quote which said, if you have strong sense of… I'm just paraphrasing it now, strong sense of likes and dislikes, you will be trapped by it. Because your likes and dislikes are the basis of your karmic structure, what kind of karma you build. So shall I like everything? Is it possible? Is it possible to like everything? You are not capable of that. The only way is to keep a little distance, that means your likes and dislikes become light, not too strong. Then your persona becomes a little loose. When your persona is not tight-fitting on you, then your energies will grow naturally. This is a simple thing. So why they're talking about love is, you must be loving to everybody means what? In a way they're telling you, even if you cannot like everybody, at least learn to, be able to withstand them a little bit. That's what they're trying to tell you. Being loving to everyone means what? They're trying to tell you, let your likes and dislikes not determine your activity or how you feel and think about them. You're trying to break it from the other end, which it works to some extent, I'm not saying it doesn't, it works. That is the way most of the population will go anyway. But it will not go all the way, it cannot go all the way. If you're looking for liberation, that's not the way. If you're looking for social success, that is the way. All you have to do is smile and act loving, say a few nice things, give some gifts, do this, you'll have a social success. But that is not for those who are looking for ultimate liberation, that's not the way to go. Well, we have spoken many things, but remaining with this specific question, is love and devotion the answer or enhancing my energy is the answer? Well, it's best that you use a shotgun instead of a rifle. If you use a rifle, you must be really good. You know what's the difference? You know what's the difference between a shotgun and a rifle? Oh, most people don't know. What's it? Okay, a rifle means it has only one bullet. It'll go. A shotgun means usually 16 gauge, it has 16 small pellets, it'll spread like this. If you're not good at aiming at anything, shotgun is good, boom, it'll hit somebody. It is like going on the matrimony it'll hit somebody. Rifle means you must be good at it. You want to hit this person, you must be able to hit that person. Then only rifle is good. Otherwise, boom, it may just go somewhere. So, the question is about this. A shotgun is good for most people because they need to hit something. If they don't hit anything for a long time, they will get frustrated. So you also practice being nice to people, being loving, devotion. I can't stand this person, I'm in the temple. I'm very devoted to Devi, but if I look this way, it'll give me jitters. If I look that way, daggers. All these issues are there, so it's good to practice love. Can't stand them, but practicing love. So it's better to do everything, to be trying to be peaceful, be joyful, to be loving, to be devout, at the same time working on your energy. As the machine improves, its performance naturally improves. I personally am for that you improve the machine, don't worry about the performance will happen. How else will it be? If you have a great machine, even that fool drives at 100 miles per hour, we are not able to catch up with him, we all think we're great riders. That's life. Every time you get at something, see, essentially you need to understand, you're in some way, whether you're thinking of going to heaven or wanting to attain mukti, or want to get a new job, or want to get married, or want to get unmarried, whatever is your goal, you are essentially looking for success. What you intend must happen, that's the whole thing. Success means, in individual experience, what I want must happen. Now, as you know, 1,000 times I've told you that the only and only reason for your unhappiness is that life is not happening the way you think it should happen. That's all. It's as simple as that. So this is a simple equation that you need to solve. All of you should work on this. We will see how to sort this out for you in so many different ways in the coming days, but this is something you try to solve. The basis of your unhappiness is life is not happening the way you want. Whereas times, life will definitely not happen the way you want. So how to be happy? You must work out this equation. You can use various tricks. Force, coercion, cajoling, wooing, many things you can do to situations. None of them will work 100%. This happened. Shankaran Pillai went fishing. After many hours of waiting, one tiny little baby fish got caught on the hook. He pulled it out, then took it out and glared at it and shouted, "Don't you come here again without your parents," and threw it back. There are many ways to deal with it. Will it work is the only question, because the basis of one's unhappiness is life is not happening the way you want. You don't have enough energy to support you in such a way that you can walk on the street lovingly. Doesn't matter, nobody is there. Doesn't matter, nobody is there. No man, woman, child, no creature is there, simply wasting love and going. Do you have enough energy to do that? That's a question. If you had the energy, you would spill it all over and go. If you don't have, you will conserve it on the street. Go home and… Because if you don't conserve it, when you go home, it'll be over. You won't have the energy for anything. One day this happened. Shankaran Pillai was going home from office. Then he suddenly remembered, in the last 15 years and before marriage, how they were together, and he bought flowers for her every day, all that. Then he suddenly remembered, after the wedding, he's not brought her flowers even a single time. Then he thought, let me change my ways. And he went to a florist and bought a bunch of red roses and went home. See, a harried woman opened the door and she said, what? Today, the children had a food fight and I've been trying to clean the whole damn bedroom since morning, and as if that was not enough, the kitchen sink leaked and the place was flooded and it took another half a day, and here I am and you come home drunk. Flowers. So, if you try from the other side, there'll be many confusions, disappointments, problems. But if you have enough energy to spill love around you, somebody rejects you, somebody doesn't respond to you, somebody thinks you're a nutcase, what does it matter? You are… That's how life should be. Thank you.